Good morning, everybody. This is Miss Welsh, and I thought I would have a go at recording my first ever YouTube video. And I was inspired to do this after watching the BBC News about the coronavirus. And there were some reports about how social distancing can dramatically reduce the spread of the coronavirus. So I thought I'd share it with you and see if anyone would be willing to check the maths behind it. So the maths behind the coronavirus, how social distancing drastically limits the spread. So why is social distancing necessary? Well, I'm sure you know that it's important because coronavirus spreads when an infected person coughs or sneezes and small droplets that are packed with the virus go into the air. These can be breathed in or can cause an infection if you touch a surface they have landed on and then touch your face with unwashed hands. So far it's not clear, but it's thought that the virus can survive on hard surfaces for up to 72 hours. So the less time people spend together, the less time people go out, the less chance there is of this happening. That's why we're all being told to stay at home. So below is a diagram that shows how quickly the virus can spread. On average, which I'll explain in a moment, one person spreads the virus to 2 to 3 more people within a week. And you can see how quickly this can get out of control and put pressure on our NHS. So the idea behind the government policy, the medical advisors, the science advisors, is to stay at home to reduce pressure on the NHS, because if the NHS have enough beds and ventilators and nurses and doctors, then they can save more people. So on Monday this week, the news reported that on average each person with the coronavirus gives it to 2.5 people within a week. The danger is that these people may not even know they have it, and they so unwittingly, which means without knowing, infect others. Now, research has shown that if people follow the government guidelines with regard to social distancing, instead of passing the virus on to 2.5 people on average, then you spread it on to half this amount of people. So on average, 1.25 people. And remember, that is on average. So for some people, it may be 1 person. For others, it may be 2 people. For others who perhaps don't practice social distancing, it may be 3 or 4 or more people. The report stated that if nothing is done, i.e. if there's no social distancing at all, over the course of 30 days, one person could infect 406 more people. Whereas, if everyone employs social distancing and each person who has the virus passes it on to just 1.25 people, that's half the amount they would have, around just 15 more people will be infected over 30 days. So that's infecting 15 people from one person compared to infecting 406 people. They said that that is a 95% reduction. So here's a diagram that I got from the BBC website that shows exactly that. Now, just to go back to the previous slide, my task to you, if you're bored, if you have some time, if you're curious, investigate that. If on average we infect 2 to 3 people a week, now this is only a model, so it isn't always absolutely true, but let's say 2 people or 3 people a week, over the course of 30 days, can you confirm that 406 more people would be infected? And if somebody practices social distancing and they only infect 1.25 people, say 1 person, can you confirm that that would be around 15 more people over 30 days? And with those figures, can you then confirm that that would indeed be a 95% reduction? I would be so interested if you could carry out some workings out, make some assumptions. Your working out might be different. There are probably many different correct answers, but I would love to see them. If you could spend half an hour on this and then take a photo with your phone and email it to me, I would love to share these with my other classes. So if you watch this video and have a look, have an investigate, and then get back to me within, say, a week, I would be very excited to see what you come up with. Thanks and goodbye.